In this video, I'd like to focus on some blues licks for the piano. We're basically going to stick to the key of D minor and play some blues licks and walk you through them slowly so that you can see how to add that bluesy flavor to your playing when you're playing some standards and even your own compositions. Hey, it's Tobey here from JazzMentl.com. Thanks for joining me. I'm basically going to walk you through several blues licks that we're just going to play randomly. These are things that I do subconsciously now. In fact, I've been doing them for many years. So I'm just going to plunk down some blues licks and then basically analyze them note by note, finger by finger, so that you can kind of copy and hear that sound that I'm doing. I get a lot of comments on some of my performances in things like the Jazz Pianist group on Facebook where they're saying, hey, you're adding in that blues flavor every now and then. And I think it's important to get that feel into your playing and that sound that can make your playing really stand out. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Let's get started right now. The blues scale is only 6 notes. And it's infinitely useful when you want to make your playing sound bluesy, and you can do this over dominant 7th chords and you can do them over minor 7th chords. In this particular video, we're going to be focused on playing a blues scale over a minor chord. So if we're in the key of C, let's just plunk down a 2 minor 7 chord, which is D minor 7. The pentatonic scale for D minor is actually an F major pentatonic scale, like this. It's just 5 notes. So on D minor, and those are the only notes you need in a blues scale except for one. There's an added flat 5, like this. So that means that we're adding an A flat to an F pentatonic scale. F pentatonic is this. And F pentatonic with a flat 5 is this. Which makes it a D blues scale. Now, obviously, you want to start on D. So instead of playing an F pentatonic scale starting on F, we're just going to start on D. So just those 6 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Back to D. Now I know you're familiar with the blues scale. Not so difficult. What's important about this lesson is that we're going to take a look at some of the ways that we can move our fingers to get that bluesy sound. So again, let's just plunk down a D minor 7th chord. So let's just play some blues licks. That sounds pretty bluesy. And the focus is always on that flat 5. So whether you're rolling the chord, it's that blue note, that flat 5 that creates that bluesy sound. So let's play this lick again. So how do we get that sound? Well, let's just start off by playing the D to C. And then we're going to slide our 3rd finger into the 4th finger from the G to the A flat. Just like a grace note. Back to the G. Okay? And then in the end, we're just playing F to G to D to C. If we were to write that out, it would look something like this. Let's take an 8th rest, D to C here, and then let's play the A flat there, and we're going to slide into that with the grace note. So And then we need like a tuplet of sixteenths. And that's essentially what it looks like. And then in the context of a tune, let's just say we're playing okay? Let's try another one. So we're not going outside the blues scale at all. We're just sticking with the 6 notes, but we're combining some of them to make a new sound. So play octaves with your right hand, and then jump the 2nd finger to the F, like that. Sliding again the 2nd finger into the 3rd finger, so the 2nd finger on G, and then the 3rd finger on A flat, and keep the 5th finger on the D. Just sliding like a grace note. Nice. Let's try another one. Okay, you notice that often I'm ending on the D, and that's kind of that key tonal center that you need to sort of land on. You can't really end on like the A flat like this. It just kind of doesn't resolve properly. So I'm often just ending on the tonal center, which is D. Okay, let's play the lick again. Okay, that's interesting. So what I'm doing here is I'm actually sliding the 2nd finger from the G into the A flat, and then sliding the 3rd finger from the A flat to the A to make this sound. So 2nd finger, and then 3rd finger on the next 2 notes. Just sliding off that A flat into the A natural. And I'm doing it again. Twice. So one's going up, and then down. Okay, so I hope you're getting the idea. It's really all about sliding back and forth using that flat 5. Let's try another one. There's a good one. So simple, let's start off on the scale. And then sliding the 3rd finger into the 4th finger. So that third finger has that grace note. Okay, let's do one more. So what we're doing here is we're starting on the F, going to the D. So there's that triplet 16ths. So C, D, C, A. And then we're doing the same thing with the G to the A flat to the F. Okay, so I hope you find some of those blues licks useful. I'm going to actually apply it to the tune Angel Eyes, which is in the original key of D minor. At least that's the key that Matt Dennis sings it in, and you can actually check that out on YouTube. I encourage you to do so. One of the interesting things about listening to the original artist perform their own compositions is you get to hear what the artist had actually intended versus what you read from a book or from a real book. So I'm going to play the tune Angel Eyes. Try to listen for all of those bluesy licks that I'm putting throughout the piece, not just in the head, but also in the solo section, because very often what's happening is people are making comments about my playing on like the Jazz Pianist group on Facebook, and they're saying, hey, how does it that you get that blues sound, that bluesy sound that seems to permeate throughout some of your performances? So let me play that for you now, and then when I come back, I'll tell you what you can do next. All right, so there's a performance of Angel Eyes, definitely centering around D minor blues scale. And you could probably pick out a lot of those blues references from this particular video and the step-by-step tutorial that I've gone through as you're listening to that performance. Now, if you have any questions about the blues scale or any of the blues licks that I played in this video, please let me know in the comments below. I'd really appreciate that, and I'll be sure to get back to you. If you like the video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to subscribe to the channel, go ahead and do so. Just hit the little bell when you do, because we'll notify you of all the upcoming videos that we're making. Thanks so much for your time. I will see you in the next tutorial.